We love you in Canada. Come talk to us. That was the lowest moment of my career. I just want you guys to all know that.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smartwater.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first edition of Paris Tonight. I'm Ariel Helwani, standing outside the Canada Olympic House here in beautiful Paris, France. This is the home for all things Team Canada, also our home, and the home to all things CBC as well. And this is a gigantic honor for me. People throw around that word a lot in life and in this profession. No, trust me, as a proud Canadian, someone who grew up in Montreal, working for the CBC, covering the Olympic Games, this is absurd. And in fact, I'm just the second member of my family to be a part of the Olympic Games. Back in 1976, my uncle, David Saad, was on Team Lebanon. He was a judoka, and he was a pretty big deal. He, of course, was an athlete. I just talk about athletes, but I think it's pretty similar. And on this show, we'll be talking about a lot of great athletes. We'll be giving you the sights and sounds from all things Paris. We'll be previewing days to come, recapping the day that was. We'll have interviews. We'll have all kinds of fun things with entertainers. It's going to be fantastic. This will be your one-stop shop for all things Paris 2024. And on this particular episode, we're starting off with a bang. Number one, we have an interview with Amy Walsh, former member of the Canadian women's national team. We'll get her thoughts on this crazy drone story that everyone is talking about. Also, we'll recap Canada's first game against New Zealand. We'll also have an interview with one of Canada's flag bearers. Stay tuned for that. And you get to come along with me as I get suited for the big red carpet at the opening ceremony. What an exclusive. You know how lucky you are? This is gonna be great. I can't wait. All right, and now let us go inside Canada Olympic House. Welcome to our Paris Tonight studio, and let us talk about a little game called football. That's what they call soccer here in France. Obviously, there was a lot of attention, a lot of intrigue heading into the Canadian women's national team's first match on Thursday. It was against New Zealand. You may have heard a thing or two about this Dronegate story. It's kind of a big deal here at the start of these games, and we'll get to it in a moment, but it is worth noting that their manager, Bev Priestman, wasn't on the sidelines for this game. She was temporarily suspended by Canada Soccer, and since then, she has been sent home from the games by the Canadian Olympic Committee. So a ton going into this one. A lot of people were wondering how the team would perform on the pitch. There was a lot of drama and there was a lot of tension early on. Canada actually went down 1-0, 13 minutes in. New Zealand, one of the lowest ranked teams in the tournament, scores a goal. But the Canadian team, the defending champions, were able to regroup, bounce back, tying the game and then taking the lead 2-1 in the second half. And that was ultimately the final score. A hard-fought victory ahead of a very important and very big match on Sunday against number 2 ranked France. To talk about all of that and much more, CBC's own and former national team member and one-time Olympian, the great Amy Walsh is here with us. Amy, thank you so much for the time. It's great to talk to you. Off the bat, your assessment of Canada's performance on Thursday against New Zealand.
I think it was a well-fought result. I think that they went in with a lot of pressure on themselves, not only as defending gold medal champions, but given everything that's happened over the last couple of days and a negative attention on the cheating and everything that was against sort of the spirit of Olympic Games and sportsmanship, and I think how Canadians are perceived worldwide, and the players had to bear the brunt of that. So here was his women's team again. Last year they had a disappointing Women's World Cup because of a fight with the Federation. The Federation pulled funding on them, they were up against it, and they were doing anything sort of in spite of. And this is again a tournament where the focus is not on these women footballers, is not on how fabulous they are and on the great momentum kind of around Canada soccer currently, but it's on, again, a negative distraction and on this Dronegate.
The question that I've been thinking about since this story came out earlier this week, and you would be the best person to ask, does this cloud what they did in Tokyo? Will this story linger far beyond the New Zealand match, and will there be revisionist history when people look back at this group? Will people now put an asterisk on the gold medal that they won in 2021?
Unfortunately, I think it absolutely calls previous results into question. The players' integrity, their own personal integrity, not only of the team in Canada, but their own is called into question, as well as that gold medal. So that's unfortunately what this opens it up to. I've heard also people talk about this as a common practice in football and in soccer worldwide, regardless, it's still cheating, and it should be a punishable offense. So I think this team just needs to stay close-knit with that 18+4, that 22 player group, and make sure that they have their house in order and get the results sort of despite what's happening outside the pitch.
All right, last quick one. Massive showdown on Sunday against host France, number 2 ranked. What's your prediction?
I don't know how the ticket sales are going, but I would imagine it would be a packed house playing against the hosts. And it's going to be a hostile environment for Canada. And they did get the win, so they've got the 3 points already kind of locked and loaded, and they can move on from there, use that as a springboard. But they must get a result so that when they come up against Colombia in the last matchup of Group A, that not that they can rest on their laurels, but assure themselves of having an easier path through to the knockout rounds. Because you finish first and you play one of the third place teams, you finish second, you play the first place. Like, it gets progressively harder if you don't do the job yourself and you become more reliant on others.
Great insight, Amy. I really do appreciate it, and we look forward to more of your coverage on CBC. Now, coming up, we've got an interview with one of the Canadian flag bearers. Stay tuned for that. But want to know what the Canadian players were fueling up with prior to Thursday's massive match against New Zealand and possibly the big showdown against France? Take a look at this.
You can bring one Canadian food to Paris.
Maple syrup. We have pancakes and pasta pregame, and having real maple syrup versus like corn syrup or like table syrup is like a massive difference for me. So some real Canadian maple syrup.
It's weird because it's so normal to me now, but at the time it was so weird because I don't get the correlation. But the veterans would always say it's carb loading. I don't know, but yeah, we always bring the Canadian maple syrup with us wherever we are in the world. It's really cute, actually. Like, I really like the tradition.
Well, that was a lot of fun. And speaking of a lot of fun, this young lady is going to have a heck of a lot of fun later on today. She has been given the honor, alongside the great Andre DeGrasse, to be one of 2 Canadian flag bearers at the opening ceremony Friday night here in Paris. She is, of course, Olympic gold medalist Maude Charron. Maude, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is very exciting stuff.
I
We
know.
saw you back in December. Who would have thought that you'd be here as one of 2
Not me.
Canadian flag bearers? You actually mentioned on Instagram that back in 2010, prior to the Vancouver Games, you got to carry the torch, and you thought that that would be the closest that you would ever get to an honor like this. And so I'm wondering, where were you when you got the call that you were selected to be one of 2?
So I was actually still at home, and it was a Zoom call. It was weird, honestly. Something was going on. I knew flag bearer was not announced yet, but in my mind, they told me, well, my team leader told me we're not doing the opening because we're week 2. So it was not that. It was not about that. So I was like, I'm in trouble. There's something. I'm in trouble. What have I done? I'm at home in my kitchen, and Bruni Serin goes, would you do us the honor of being our flag bearer for the opening? And then he continued talking, but I didn't understand anything else he said because I was just questioning in my head, emotion, that they're kidding. There's a mistake. It can be. That's so yeah, basically at home and not believing it.
Why does this mean so much to you?
For me, it allows me to do the opening, so I'm very excited about that. It's doing it alongside Andre DeGrasse. It's mind-blowing. I get to know the guy, and yeah, it's very a great honor. I get to open the games. I get to lead the team, that incredible team. It's stressful. It's a big role, but yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Well, you continue to make your hometown of Rimouski proud, your home province proud, and of course your country proud as well. Congratulations on this great honor, and good luck in going back to back. You are going to go back to back. That's what I'm feeling.
Oh, yeah?
Okay? Yes,
Oh, yeah?
I feel it.
Okay.
I feel it in my heart. So good luck
Okay.
to you, and looking forward to seeing you compete.
Thank you.
Now, she is one of 338 Canadians competing at these games. Obviously, we can't tell you about all of them right now, but here are some fun facts about a select few.
Fun fact.
I feel like everyone already knows me. Before I played volleyball, I was a swimmer and made the switch because I was looking for a team atmosphere, and I found that in volleyball.
I am a horrible singer, but I love to sing. So, if you hear me sing in the shower and you think like, who's this dying cat right now? You'll know it's me.
Fun fact about me, my nickname's Juice. Everyone calls me Juice. My dad came up with it. My whole family calls me that. Unless I'm in trouble, then I'm called Justina.
My party trick is I can do a flip, but if you knew I was a diver, I think you'd know I could do that.
I have the biggest sweet tooth in the world, so Paris is a very dangerous place for me. You think that the competitors are the hardest part, but for me, it'll be the pastries and not eating myself to death. If you ever see me and you're in Paris, please give me a sweet. I will take everything I can get.
Outshine Gold, presented by Lululemon.
All right, it's opening ceremony time. It's a GRWM. Get ready with me. That's what the kids say. Let's do this. If you're wondering why I'm so good at my job, it's because I'm wearing my lucky Tim Raines shirt. Yeah. This is my lucky tie. Not true. It's the first time wearing it. They said, Ariel, do you want to be a part of the opening ceremony? I said, me? I thought I was just a lowly digital guy. Fellow Quebecois Celine Dion, I heard, is going to be there. Little known fact, she's a big fan of mine. She follows me on all socials. You want to know how you know that someone's wearing a bespoke suit? 2 buttons right here are open. This ain't no off-the-rack stuff, okay? I mean, what do you think I am? You have to top it off with a tie clip. I don't know if it's straight because I don't have a mirror. There we are. Opening ceremony ready. Catch me on the red carpet. We're gonna have a blast. And now we're here. Welcome to the red carpet. Moments before the opening ceremony. This is so cool. And by the way, thank you so much to our good friends over at smartwater for keeping me hydrated. Now I'm told a lot of famous people are going to be walking that carpet. I'm hoping some of them talk to us. Let's see how it goes. Ariana Grande, are you familiar with her work? We love you in Canada. Come talk to us. That was the lowest moment of my career. I just want you guys to all know that. She gave me the royal wave. Just a question about Wicked. That was Wicked. We're 0 for 2 with Ariana. Our country remembers very well your rivalry with Donovan Bailey. What is the status of your relationship with him?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, that was Donovan said what he said after that race.
He didn't pull up, he's a chicken.
He said what he needed to say, and I did what I needed to do. Went ahead and kept winning gold medals and left Donovan where he still belongs.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. We remember, Michael Johnson, clearly the rivalry is still very fresh.
I love your team. I remember in 2000, with Steve Nash, that got crazy quarterfinals because Canada was 5-0 and you lost in the quarterfinals. But Canada has a strong team.
I think they can get the gold. What do you think?
I agree. They have a great
crazy?
team. No, I don't think you're crazy at all.
Didier, juste une question. Oui, vous savez? Oui. Okay. Didier, as you may know, there's a big story involving the Canadian women's national team with the drone. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is something that happens in football all the time. Is that true? Is this something that happens?
It happened a few times. And it doesn't really affect the result of the game. They just caught them. That's it. It's part of the game.
Hello, Kelly. How are you? We love you in Canada. Yes, there she is, the great Kelly Clarkson. Yeah. I'm going to get a great Canadian here right now, Nina Dobrev. She's going to talk about Degrassi. Nina, can you talk to Canada? Oh, she's filming. She looks injured as well. We're both injured at the moment. Nina, can you talk to Canada? She's from Canada. Wow, she totally snubbed me. That was extremely rude, if you ask me. Canadians should be more polite. There's Peyton Manning, by the way. That's exciting. 4 years, flag football. Yeah. Any truth to the rumor you're going to play?
No truth that I'm going to play.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, quarterback. That's a big one for us. Came straight to us. Huge fan of the CBC, I'm told. I'm still a little bit shaken up over the Nina Dobrev snub. She's Canadian and didn't even look my way. At least Ariana gave me the royal wave. Nina just walked off. That was crazy. You've done a lot of great things. We're CBC in Canada. A lot of great things.
I know Canada.
Okay, yes.
Logo, I got you.
Thank you. You've done a lot of great things, but I think nothing greater than this bag right here. Can you show us this bag? It's a dog bag.
This is Hector.
Oh, wow. We're from Canada. You're big in Canada.
We love Canada.
We. The royal we?
The daddy gang. I also am interested to see the breakdancing situation going on this year. It's a new sport. I'm ready.
Actually, the official name is breaking. I don't want you.
Breakdancing. Sorry, breakdancing.
No, breaking.
Breaking.
Yes. It's called breaking, not But
they are dancing. They're just breaking.
Well.
Yeah.
All right, so that was a lot of fun. Got to talk to a lot of famous people, a lot of great athletes, former superstars, current superstars. Yes, a few snubbed us, but you know what? No harm, no foul. We gave it our best shot. A great time was had. I'm having a blast over here, and what a first day it has been for us here at Paris Tonight. And in fact, at the end of every episode, we're going to do a fun little thing called Paris Tonight Podium, where I give my personal bronze, silver, and gold medals to, some things that happened to us and to me in particular throughout the day. You get it? The Olympic theme, the medals, yes? All right, here we go. Number 1, bronze medal. We'll start, bottom up. Bronze medal, I got to go with the cappuccino, the cat cappuccino that I had with our super producer, Sarah Jenkins. This is incredible. We had like a cappuccino, and then the guy made a cat on top, and it was so precise. I mean, the guy took like 15 minutes just to make this thing. It tasted great. It looked even better. What a welcome from the great people of Paris. I highly recommend it. Now, my silver goes to Tony Parker. He was by far the nicest celebrity that we spoke to here. Fellow, countryman here, being an ambassador for the Olympic Games. I'm a huge basketball fan. To talk to one of the greatest point guards of all time, a multiple-time champion, that was incredible. So that was my silver medal moment. And gold, I mean, I hate to kind of like do an all-encompassing one, but look where I am. Eiffel Tower is right over there. I'm on the red carpet. This is unbelievable. This is what dreams are made of. I'm reporting for the CBC. This is unbelievable. That has to be the gold medal moment for me on this very first day of the show. And so I can't wait for many more moments to come. But that's number 1. And by the way, it's going to be hard to top this. This is really cool stuff. Now, before I go, I will also tell you my one thing to watch tomorrow. We'll do that at the end of every episode as well. And for me, like I just said, massive hoop sky. It's got to be Canada, Greece, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Oh my gosh, SGA and the boys returning to the Olympic Games for the first time since 2024 long years, going up against the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. They say Canada's in the group of death. We shall find out how Game 1 goes. Catch it, by the way, on CBC Gem. I cannot wait. All right, that's it for me. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smartwater.